Coming up next on TV5 News Live.
Are you a student living in an off-campus apartment? If so, we have some helpful tips that can make your housing safer.
Also, Governor Ridge is out of the hospital. See how he's recovering.
And as always, Monica Williams will be here with the weather. All this and more coming up right after this on Clarion's very own TV5 News Live.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by Fox's Pizza Den. Fox's Pizza Den is located on Old Route 66 in Clarion and offers all-day delivery. Phone 226-5555. That's 226-5555. Fox's Pizza Den is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Phone 226-5555.
I'll take Simmons.
Give me Jones.
Anderson.
Smith.
Lightfoot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Swifka.
Harris.
Lavender.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
And I said, you know, it wasn't a better name for a movie to come out now, and I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have, and you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. Well, I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated, people I know. So let's ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune in to Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is TV5 News Live. Good evening. It's Wednesday, March 14th, 2001. I'm Carrie LaPoo.
And I'm Kelly Esno. Here's a look at some stories that we'll have for you in the next half hour.
An inmate at the Clarion County Jail gets himself into more trouble by threatening a judge.
Vietnam War veterans in the county will have an opportunity for closure when the moving wall makes its way to Clarion this summer.
And Monica Williams will join us tonight with a look at your weather outlook. Stay with us. All this and more is coming up next on TV5 News Live. But moving on to our big story of the evening, it was another losing day on Wall Street. For a complete market wrap-up, our very own Mark Despotakis joins us. Mark?
Thank you, Carrie. That's right. Market turmoil did grip Wall Street for the second day not second day in a row this week. It's second day this week. It happened on Monday. It happened again today. Stocks plummeted as soon as trading began. They rebounded, then they plummeted again. Here's a recap. The carnage started early and ran deep. For investors, there was nowhere to hide. Stocks labeled safe havens recently, consumer-oriented such as Walmart, Procter & Gamble, and Coca-Cola, all finished in negative territory. The word from experts on Wall Street, it is not one specific ailment harming the markets. Overall weakness in the global economy is hurting companies doing business that extend beyond U.S. borders.
You know, we've got a potential worldwide slowdown, and as I said, that's very disruptive to the whole world economy right now, and that's something that we're trying to deal with.
Anemic corporate earnings continue to haunt. And the fact that Alan Greenspan and the Federal Reserve haven't stepped in and reduced interest rates in an effort to breathe some life into the economy hasn't helped. The chief executive of Cisco Systems has more sobering comments for the tech sector. John Chambers is cautioning that the sharp slowdown in the economy is likely to be felt the entire year. Cisco and a number of other important tech stocks like Intel, Oracle, and Yahoo closed down today. It also dampens the prospect of a quick rejuvenation for the markets. President Bush says despite all the bad news, he's still optimistic about the economy.
I'm sorry people are losing value in their portfolios. That worries me. But with the right policies, I'm confident our economy will recover.
And that was President Bush commenting on what's going on there with the economy. The man you saw earlier in the story was Mike Murphy, an equity trader. So there we have it. Down 2 days this week, down Monday and down today by a sizable amount. We will see what happens from here. We'll have to watch the market tomorrow. I'm Mark Despotakis. Kelly, back over to you.
Thanks, Mark. An 18-year-old inmate is in trouble again. Michael Yount was back in court when he threatened Judge James Arner. Yount began the threat after Arner ordered him transferred to a state correctional institution from Clarion County Prison. At this time, Yount is serving a 1 to 2 year sentence for statutory assault charges and will not require any further punishment for the threats made towards the judge. North Clarion Elementary started its drug-free campaign this week. A student-created gumball machine is the center of the drug-free campaign. The mural was started last October with a drawing contest. Winners of the contest were chosen from each of the 6th grade classes. The students' message, "Say No to Drugs," is written across the front of the mural for everyone to see.
Plans to bring the moving wall, a half-size replica of the Washington, D.C. Vietnam Veterans Memorial, to the Clarion University Athletic Stadium in July are becoming a reality. The historical week-long visit from July 21st through the 27th is possible due in part to the efforts of the Clarion American Legion Post No. 66 Moving Wall Committee and a $6,000 grant obtained by State Representative Fred McElhatton. When asked for comment on the impending visit, the legislator replied, "I have had the opportunity to view the moving wall on 2 occasions, and it is a very touching experience. It has special meaning because it honors the men and women who served and died in our armed forces during the Vietnam War. I promise it'll be an experience you will never forget." Is your off-campus housing safe? That's the question Fire Chief Clay Williams answered tonight at his presentation. Here's a few helpful hints that he suggests. 1. Are your fire extinguishers working? 2. Are your circuit breakers labeled? And 3. Where are your emergency numbers posted? For any other information, contact your local fire department.
Clarion University's Martin Luther King Jr. Speaker Series comes to an end March 26th at 7:30 in Hart Chapel. Journalist Chiqui Cargina will end the series, which is free and open to the public. Everyone is welcome and encouraged to attend.
Point and click. That's how easy many tasks for students will be here at Clarion University. Beginning on March 26th, university students will be able to check availability of classes, check their registration status, their grades, transcripts, and financial aid status on the web. Web for Students will work together with the TELREG system to allow students to register for classes beginning on April 9th. Web for Students will operate daily from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Stay with us, there is much more to come.
Governor Tom Ridge discharged from the Orlando Hospital following emergency treatment.
Plus, the Philadelphia Department of License and Inspection comes under fire for accepting payoffs.
And as always, we'll look at your TV5 weather forecast. Stay with us. TV5 News Live continues after this.
Programming was made possible through a grant by the Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant. The Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant is located at 540 Main Street in Clarion and offers dining as well as a nightclub. The restaurant and nightclub are open 7 days a week for your convenience. Call Captain Loomis Hotel and Restaurant 226-8400.
Hi everybody, I'm Brandy. How would you like to give hope to millions of the world's children? UNICEF, the United Nations Children's Fund, is saving lives in over 140 countries by providing kids with medicine, clean water, nutrition, and education. With your help, UNICEF can make a huge difference in our world. For more information, call 1-800-FOR-KIDS. Thank you.
Wardrobe for some TV5 news anchors, provided by Fashion Bug, located in the Clarion Mall. Whether you're looking for junior trendy, girls, or fashion for women, they have it all, with many different styles. Fashion Bug also offers a wide selection of accessories. Fashion Bug is located in the Clarion Mall, just off of Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 9 p.m., and Sunday from noon till 5.
On the big highway of life, only one safe place for kids. The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out. Put that booties in the back seat. Have that kiss you never meet. I'm here to remind you to put them behind you. To stay alive even when I drive.
Clarion's very own Monica Williams. Jared Peter. From Studio A, this is TV5 News Live.
Welcome back to TV5 News Live. Governor Ridge will return to Pennsylvania tomorrow following a 2-day stay at the Orlando Regional Medical Center in Florida, where he received emergency treatment for a urinary tract infection. With instructions to take 12 days' worth of oral antibiotics, the Pennsylvania leader anticipates returning to his duties in Harrisburg on Friday. Until then, though, Ridge says he plans to attend the March 15th opening of the Bay Hill Invitational Golf Tournament organized by his friend and fellow Pennsylvanian, Arnold Palmer. Flu season is here. Valerie Hill is at the Keeling Health Center for some tips to keep yourself healthy. Valerie?
The running, the coughing, the sneezing, you betcha, it's flu season. I'm here at Keeling Health Center with Connie Hagen for some good tips at preventing and treating the flu season. Connie, what would you recommend as some good tips for preventing the flu?
The biggest and most important tip is to get the flu shot when it's offered. Other things that can help is avoiding people who are sick, drinking lots of fluids, hand washing, being sure your dishes are washed thoroughly, and getting adequate rest and a good nutrition.
And once contracting the flu, what tips do you recommend to regaining health?
Antibiotics typically are not helpful for the flu as it's a viral illness. Therefore, drinking lots of fluids, Tylenol or Advil for fever, aches, and pains, and resting in bed can be helpful, following up if you're not improving.
And there you have it, straight from the nurse practitioner's mouth. If you have any more questions about the flu, please stop up to Keeling Health Center and see one of these pamphlets about the cold and flu viruses. Take these helpful hints to heart, and you're on your way to a healthy, happy spring. Valerie Hill, Keeling Health Center for TV5.
A central Pennsylvania man was among the 6 servicemen killed in Monday's bombing range accident in Kuwait. Jason Faley, an Air Force staff sergeant, was raised in Dauphin and Cumberland counties. Most recently stationed in Tennessee, the 27-year-old serviceman leaves behind a wife and a 1-year-old child. A Philadelphia police officer and his wife were found dead this morning at their home in the city's Olney section. According to reports, 31-year-old Christopher Williams and his wife Asia died in what can be best described as a domestic dispute. The couple's 3 children were found unharmed.
Also from the city of brotherly love, 12 inspectors employed by the Philadelphia Department of Licenses and Inspections were under scrutiny. Federal investigators are looking to confirm accusations that inspectors are taking payoffs to speed up plumbing inspections. The inspectors were allegedly filmed taking bribes by cameras hidden in the department licenses and inspection vehicles.
Coming up next, a look ahead to your weekend weather forecast. But first, here's a look at tonight's lotto numbers.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant by the Carpet Barn. The Carpet Barn is located at 470 South 5th Avenue in Clarion. The Carpet Barn is open Monday through Saturday for all your carpet needs. So call the Carpet Barn, 226-7332.
This portion of the programming was made possible through a grant from Clarion Hospital. Clarion Hospital is located off of Exit 9 of Interstate 80. Clarion Hospital offers outpatient services, transitional care, as well as an emergency room open around the clock every day of the year. More than 400 employees and 80 physicians work to serve the community. Call the Clarion Hospital at 226-9500. Clarion Hospital, providing health care to Clarion County and surrounding communities since 1954.
government has escaped an immediate danger to its survival after news of a scandal broke involving videotapes that allegedly showed officials receiving bribes. India's Prime Minister won the renewed backing of his ruling coalition today. Angry opposition lawmakers had shut down Parliament early in the day, demanding that the government resign.
Today is a very special day for 10-year-old Miami girl Diamond Excel, who was born without arms, is receiving state-of-the-art prosthetic limbs. The $60,000 devices were purchased when money raised by community volunteers. They are controlled by nerve impulses to stimulate the motions of human arms. Diamond says she's looking forward to doing something she's been unable to do before. Give her mom a big hug. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has launched an educational campaign to inform travelers about foot and mouth disease after the virus is found to have spread to the European mainland from Britain.
Each day, an average of 250,000 travelers enter the United States from around the world. Any one of these travelers could unknowingly bring in an invasive pest or disease into this country, which could devastate our agricultural economy.
The USDA says many passengers entering the U.S. don't realize even one piece of fruit or meat product in a suitcase has potential to cause vast damage to the U.S. agriculture. The federal agency recommends travelers wipe their shoes and personal items, including watches, CD players, laptops, and phones, with a bleach solution, and it advises washing or dry cleaning all clothes and outerwear prior to arriving in the United States.
In New Jersey, President Bush is trying to drum up support for his tax cut package at the meeting of the New Jersey Chamber of Commerce. He reflected on the recent House passage of his income tax rate cut. He said it passed because Washington is focused on getting results.
Well, Monica, we had a wide range of weather today, but it ended up being a nice day at the end. What can we look for this week? Is winter going to be around for a little bit longer, or is spring just around the corner?
I think we'll still have that winter chilly air, but pretty much the sun will be peeking throughout the rest of the week there.
Great.
Let's go ahead and look at our satellite map. As you can see, the heavy cloud coverage has moved out of our area, and you can see scattered clouds moving in from the west. That's going to bring some of the partly cloudy skies later on this week. As you can see, Florida again is in the clear, but this heavy cloud patch will probably move into that area. Onto our fronts map, as you can see, the low pressure fronts are going to move into our area, and I think the high pressure fronts are going to drop down and move out. We're going to experience probably chilly air throughout the duration of the week. And as you can see, that the low pressure fronts up north are going to still bring some chilly air for the north of us also. We were actually in the lower 50s today, and everyone around us was experiencing 10 degrees colder, and below us 10 degrees colder, which I would love to be down here in Miami. They actually got up to the lower 80s. So that probably brought some beautiful, sunny, warm spring air for them. And as you can see, we'll probably continue to have this type of weather throughout the duration of the week. As you can see here on our precipitation map, we're experiencing rain, and south of us it's like a mix of rain and snow. And this pretty much will probably clear up throughout the week, although we see that everyone west of us is experiencing that. And then we're experiencing some precipitation here in Florida, and then north of Florida is having nice sunny weather. So hopefully we'll see some of that during the rest of the week. Now on to our 5 days. We can see Wednesday, high of 41 with a low of 28. And Thursday, we'll have some rain with a high of 46 and a low of 30. Friday, mostly cloudy, high of 41 with a low of 36. And Saturday, once again, we'll try to see that sun peeking through at a high of 36 with a low of 27. And Sunday, mostly cloudy, high of 41 with a low of 27.
So we've got some warm weather coming around the rest of this week then.
Yes, we do. So, still wear those coats, but we'll be okay.
All right. Thanks, Monica. Sports follows the break, and a look at tonight's stock report.
Dr. Arnoldson doesn't believe in heroes.
Open the mouth really big.
But he donates care to disadvantaged children.
Say,
You don't have to believe in heroes to be one. Be a hero to a child in your community. Call 1-800-6-CHILDREN.
It takes so little to save our waters for future generations. Using less toxic household cleaners and fewer lawn care chemicals protects so much. Helps stop water pollution forever. Clean water. If we all do a little, we can do a lot.
Feedback starts now. And I said, you know, it wasn't a better name for a movie to come out now, and I think I'm going to make the movie or write the book. It would be a great book to have, and you can call to get her book. You can also find it online. And I have a feeling I'm going to be rather opinionated. People I know so. Let's ask them about scheduling. Why is it that students have such a problem here with?
Tune into Feedback with Mark Despotakis every Tuesday and Wednesday night beginning at 7:30 p.m.
We're totally out of time. No time to talk to you. We'll see you tomorrow.
It may not look like it, but you're watching the future of the Earth pass by. Because many of these products are made from materials you've been recycling. But to keep recycling working, you need to buy products that say, made from recycled materials. For all those next in line, it would mean the world to them.
Simmons. Give me Jones.
Anderson.
Smith.
Lightfoot.
Bishop.
Hernandez.
Slipka.
Harris.
Lavender.
Peavy.
Yes.
In the game of life, you've got a much better chance at getting picked for a cool job with great pay if you take algebra, geometry, and calculus. You need to know how math can improve your future. Demand it. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Jared here now joins us with sports. So Jared, now that men's basketball is done and over with, is there anything else going on in sports?
Well, we're going to take a look at whether Michael Jordan's really coming back to the game of basketball, and we're going to talk a little bit about Clarion University swimming and diving today.
All right, thanks.
Clarion's women's and men's swimming and diving teams are ready for the NCAA. Some top performances. The women's team enters the NCAAs having posted a 7-2 dual meet record in 2001, placed second at the PSACs, and has qualified 14 swimmers and divers for the competition. The men's squad posted a 6-1 dual meet record this season, also placed second at the PSACs, and has qualified 6 competitors for the NCAAs. Ready to lead the way for the women will be Shannon Catoni in the pool and Stephanie Sutton on the diving boards. Sutton is the defending NCAA champion on both the 1 and 3 meter boards. On the other side of the pool, leading the men will be Captain Doug Scott. Scott was a 6-time All-American last year, earning 8th place finishes in the 100 and 200 backstroke, plus 4 relays. Preliminaries will start each day at 10:30 a.m., with finals starting at 6 p.m. The championships are being hosted by Ashland University and will be held at the C.T. Brannan Natatorium in Canton, Ohio, from today through Saturday. Is Michael Jordan ready to attempt his 3rd reign over the game of basketball? Sports Illustrated columnist Rick Rowley reports in this week's edition that His Airness, Michael Jordan, is, quote, 90% committed to making a comeback with the Washington Wizards next season. A Jordan comeback has been fueled by reports he is working out, with some saying he is spending up to 6 hours a day in the gym to get back into playing shape. However, the SI report came under fire from Jordan himself. In Wednesday editions of the Washington Post, Jordan stated that, quote, to run a basketball team with the motivation of coming back to play is against any rules or ethics out there.
In my conversations with him, there is nothing that would lead me to believe that he would want to come back and do this. He said there's no pact with he and Charles Barkley. You know, Barkley's always kind of nudging him and saying, hey, let's get in shape and let's go play for the Wizards and this and that. And Jordan says he just kind of sloughs it off like, yeah, okay, Charles. And I think he's tired of answering the question or addressing the speculation, but you know, he keeps leaving open this microscopic window that he may come back, so it's always going to be there. I mean, until he shuts the door and says he's definitely not coming back, then the speculation is always going to be there.
Michael, is there any chance whatsoever that you'll change your mind somewhere down the road and return?
No. I never say never, but 95, 99.9%, I'm very secure with my decision.
Jordan insisted that he was simply trying to lose a few pounds with the workouts after his weight climbed to 240 pounds. However, to the hopeful NBA fans out there, Jordan stated that a comeback has not crossed his mind, but he would never say never. The NCAA Division I tournament begins tomorrow with a pair of local teams getting the chance at the national title. The Penn State Nittany Lions are the 7th seed in the South bracket after posting a 19-11 record this season, with wins over some quality opponents such as Michigan State, Ohio State, and Illinois. All the teams with high seeds in the tournament. The Nittany Lions will take on 10th seeded Providence in the first round of the tournament at 7:50 p.m. Friday night. The Lady Nittany Lions also made the tournament, getting the 6th seed in the East Regional, taking on TCU in the first round. Check your local listings for both games. That's all in sports for today. Back over to Carrie and Kelly.
Thanks, Gerald. And some very special happy birthday wishes tonight. Take a look at this picture. Whose birthday do you think we are celebrating? No, it's not Clarion University's president, Dr. Diane Reinhardt's. It's the other recognizable face in the picture, Dr. Reinhardt's dog, Maggie. Maggie turns 7 years old today. Everyone here at TV5 wishes to extend our happy birthday wishes to Maggie.
I also would like to personally extend my wishes to Maggie. Happy birthday. Dr. Reinhardt was even on our show tonight with Mark Despotakis with feedback. Mark, we were preparing for the show, so what did Dr. Reinhardt have to say?
Well, you know, before I tell you about that, I want to tell you, Maggie didn't make it down here tonight.
Oh.
Dr. Reinhardt said she was out celebrating. But she was down here once before. Let me tell you, what a well-behaved dog. She sat in our studio and didn't bark or anything during it, so she's a good audience member. Maybe we'll have her come down. We talked about quite a few things. You guys may have heard what was going on campus here a few weeks ago. They held a fundraiser in the rec center where alcohol was served. That was when students were on break. I talked to her about that. There was some controversy about that. Some people at Student Senate kind of voiced their opinion. Maybe this isn't a really good idea. Right. So we talked about that. We talked about what's going on with students these days. You know, why do we find so many apathetic students? Or at least I said, in my opinion, I've seen that there seem to be a lot of them out there. She kind of contradicted me on that, but it was a good interview. We certainly love having her come down, and
especially,
you know, we want the dog to come down. I mean, not that I don't, you know, I enjoy interviewing her, but Maggie is also, I mean, she's had run of this place, I guess, for a while. That's what Dr. Reinhardt told me last time. She goes, oh yeah, Maggie just loves Clarion.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. Thank you, Mark, for giving us that recap. Also, we would like to send a very happy birthday, happy anniversary wishes to our associate producer, Sandy Wadding. She's celebrating her 20th wedding anniversary today. Thank you for joining us tonight for TV5 News Live. Join Susan Honorad and Amanda Miller next Tuesday night for TV5 News Live at 8. I'm Carrie LaPoo.
And I'm Kelly Esno. Have a good evening.
Copyright 2001, Clarion University Broadcasting.